Alright, welcome back. So I know I've already done a Cupid build video for Season 3 about 5 months ago or so. I talked about Golden Bow, which is no longer in the game. I talked about a Transcendence build for Cupid as well as a Crit build for Cupid. Of course, this is going to be none of those. This is a build I've been running every single time ever since Cupid has been buffed. You know, he got the newly and improved Cupid maybe 2 patches ago or so from this recording. He's been a lot stronger overall, and this is the build I've been having a lot of success with the new and improved Cupid. Now, it might not be like the best go-to Cupid build out there. It's just a build that I wanted to share with you guys because it's worked for me, and maybe it can work for you. Who knows? Now, there's 2 different starts that I go into for my build. It kind of depends on what game mode I'm playing. If it's a game mode that calls for a starter item, then that's what I normally do. I go into the starter item called Death's Toll and pair this right up with the 600 gold item called Short Bow. After you have some gold, go back, and I normally finish this into the Ikevol. Ikevol is a really strong early game item, and it's really cheap and efficient for what it does. It's a really strong boxing item, and as well as allows you to have a nice little boost of attack speed and physical penetration. After this item, then I go into the Warrior Tabby boots. Now, some may wonder why wait an extra item slot to buy your boots. I feel between his built-in sustain with his heart and of course the Death's Toll starter item, and then he has a dash as well that goes a pretty long way. I feel that you can get away with waiting 1 more item slot to buy into your boots. So this is the start that I go into if it's a starter item type game mode. Now, if it's not that game mode, like let's say if it's arena, then you probably do not need the Death's Toll start. In that case, I just go straight into Warrior Tabby boots, then I go to Ikevol, and then the rest of the build. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and roll with this start and just continue on with the build. So next, I go into my lifesteal item. I go into Aussie. It's a very cheap and efficient item for what it does. Just like Ikevol, it has a lot of good stats all in one item for a very low cost. If you prefer a different lifesteal item, then you can go ahead and go into that. But I'm not going to go into all the different variations of this build. I'm just going to talk about the build that I go into here. So next, we're going to go into Aussie. Go ahead and pick that up. Now from here, I always have Kins in all of my hunter builds. It's a super strong item, a little pricey, but you can build into it very quickly because the 2 previous items were fairly cheap. So we're just going to go ahead and pick up Kins. Again, this item just really spikes up your basic attack damage overall. You'll be hitting super hard with a lot of attack speed that we're going to go into, as well as the passive. It's a really strong item, and you definitely want to have this item on pretty much all your hunter builds. Now from here, there's one thing that we are missing, and that is penetration. Now I know Ikevol has 10 penetration and Aussie has 15. This is really good and all for the early to mid game. As the game continues to progress, all gods level up, and as gods level up, their base physical protection increases. And of course, the later the game goes, there's a higher chance of you're fighting enemies that have physical protection items, from warriors to guardians to even some assassins going ahead and building into Void Shield, Breastplate of Valor, and so on and so forth. So you want to have a percentage-based penetration for the late game. And for my penetration item of choice, I just go ahead and pick up Titan's Bane. Now after I pick up Titan's Bane, I normally go back, of course once I have some gold, sell Ikevol to get even more gold, and then with that gold I go ahead and replace the Ikevol with an item called Haste Vitalis. I really enjoy this item. It's one of my favorite items. I love the ability to just stick to a target and not let them go between your dash, and then you have like a stun with your hard bomb. If you have your passive filled up and you have a mez and a cripple and everything like that. I really enjoy Haste Vitalis on my hunters, so that's why I just replace the Ikevol for that. Now for the final item slot, what to put there, I kind of feel it varies on what you're trying to achieve, your own personal flavor. If you want more power and pin, you might look into options like Brawler's Speed Stick, or if you actually need the anti-healing, of course, go into Brawlers. Or if you're looking for split push potential and Conquest, then you can go into Crusher. Or if you're looking to have more penetration and help out your physical teammates out, then you can maybe stack on the Executioner with your Titan's Bane. I sometimes end up doing this anyway. I'm not really sure the science and the math behind having both Titan's Bane and Executioner on the one build. I just end up going into it for whatever reason because I can't really figure out what else to buy. I'm not really too sure if a single crit item is all that worthy. So you can go into one of your favorite crit items, Wind Demon, Rage, Deathbringer Mouse, whichever one you prefer, you can end your build off with that. But majority of the time, honestly, I just end my build off with Executioner on top of my Titan's Bane. So yeah, this is what I've been just going into. You have a lot of attack speed. The power is not all that great, but I honestly really enjoy this much attack speed and just allowing myself to build on my passive very, very quickly. So that's going to wrap it up for this build video. Hopefully it was helpful in providing you an idea of what to build for your Cupid. You can also apply this to other hunters at a little bit more maybe basic attack and base. So that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.